ready when you are, Brad.
I'm rolling.
Okay. And we're ready here for the tip-off here, the bronze medal game, the gold team versus the black team. Stephen Sandberg, Paul Schulte here with you for this one at the Spokane Convention Center. We are quickly underway. That shot is off that time. Rebound inside, puts it up, no, but gets it back again. Fighting for it off the tips of his fingers.
Once that big fella gets close, Big William, #1, it's gonna be tough post-ups for the black team.
If you tuned into xable.com yesterday, you saw the gold team win to get to this bronze medal game, as the foul is called that time. In that one, James Patton was just unstoppable. He led all players in scoring. He was the fastest guy out there. What does Patton bring to this game?
He's been a real star this week, and he's an exciting player with a lot of speed, great ball handling skills, and a good shot. So I'm expecting some exciting stuff out of him tonight.
Here's Charles Johnson up top. Looking inside to Patton. Takes his time on the baseline, puts it up, no good. Rebound grabbed that time by Wilton Locklear.
I think tonight's game is a lot is going to be decided in this transition. Half-court defense will be important, but how quickly the teams can get the ball out and up the floor will be important.
That pass sails out of bounds that time. Going back to the gold team. Last time we saw the gold team, it was a bit of a two-man game between Charles Johnson and James Patton. Let's see what happens here in the early going.
Charles Johnson, the one with the ball right now, is a Class 1. He's a veteran of these games. Hails from Dallas, Texas, and has got a sweet release. Being real patient, this is what they need to do.
Lob it inside to Peppers, used his long arms, but not able to hit it that time. That one goes out of bounds, back to the black team.
Black initiating a little bit of the back pick. That's when an offensive player will remove a defensive player from the play in order to gain a numerical advantage.
Shot is up and home. Banking it in is Joseph Whitcamp.
Joe Whitcamp is probably the fastest player out here. Also got a real sweet release. He's the floor general for the black team.
So the black team quickly now leads 2-0. Here's Patton inside, throws it up, rattles off.
0 for 2 so far, but those are good shots. That's what they want.
Here comes Whitcamp again, 2-on-1, passes it inside, flips it up, no. That was Brent Norris not able to connect.
Brent Norris, also a Class 1, hailing from Texas. Great player, great guy. We'll definitely see some scoring out of him tonight.
Here's Gerloff. He can't find the bottom of the net. Rebound tipped on, Patton comes up with it. So a second chance opportunity for the gold team. They get it inside to Peppers, but he loses it. The black team executes that pick on Peppers, keeping him out of the possession. Inside that time, puts it up, no good.
Well, they'll have to capitalize on those ones.
Point blank range, but Wilton Locklear not able to hit it. The ball goes out of bounds, gold team gets it back.
You can see some of the back picking right now. James Patton trying to hold out Raul Acosta, one of their tallest players.
Racing towards the sideline, Peterson not able to pick it up.
Costly turnover. Gold's going to have to take care of the ball better than that.
So on the floor for the gold team is Peterson, Gerloff, Peppers, Johnson, and Patton for the black team. Whitcamp, we'll get to that in a moment. That shot is off. Peppers with the rebound. As I was saying, on the floor for the black team, Whitcamp, Locklear, Acosta, Brent Norris, and Glenn Fretz. That ball is tipped near the sideline, not able to keep it in play is Whitcamp. Good hustle that time, but just a bit too late. Our score is still 2-0 in favor of the black team. They get it inside to CJ, he can't control. Acosta gets it over to Locklear. Trying to work in position. Locklear lobs it to the middle. Here's Acosta. Thought about passing it, but he banks it in.
Nice shot. He'll need to be one of their leading scorers tonight for the black team to be real productive. Raul's a great player, great guy. He's been around these games for some time. They'll need him in a big way on the defensive end too. As you see, he'll end up picking up Peppers a lot of the time.
Acosta definitely trying to keep Peppers away from that position on the low block. So Patton will control out top. Fires a three-pointer, no good.
Good release. He can hit those. Seen that from James this week already.
So Woodcamp weaving his way through traffic, loses it, out of bounds, back to the goal team. So that turnover gives it back to the goal team once again. A couple of substitutions into the game for the black team. Robert Burbank in, alongside Josue Lopez Torres. Replace Walton Locklear and Raul Acosta. This might be one of those situations where you have to take out some of those players in order to make sure that everyone on the team gets those allotted minutes.
Yeah, these guys travel a long way. They're all good ball players. Some of them are real new to the sport, but you'll see a lot of substitutions going on tonight.
Comes Woodcamp. Lobs it inside, tries to keep it in play, but not able to that time is Norris. So black team turning the ball over in the last couple of possessions.
Norris is a great finisher. You got to give him he'll have to get the ball a little bit earlier than that, but Woodcamp recognized it. I'm sure he'll adjust.
Daniel Spots into the game for the gold team. He's a friend of xable.com. He joined us in our bowling coverage way back on day number 2.
Dan Spots is something else, man. He's been around since the second National Veterans Games.
Peppers can't connect. Rebound to the floor, and Fretz comes up with it.
Just to give you an idea, this is the 29th National Veterans Games. So
Spots been around for a long time.
Spots is this is not his first rodeo.
Woodcamp can't connect on the shot from the left side. Nice outlet pass to Gerloff, looking for Patton. He's stopped in his tracks. Here's Johnson on the left side, on the move, launches it, no good.
Gold not quite settled into their offense yet here. These aren't totally the shots that they want.
Woodcamp gets a pick, puts it up, and it rolls in.
Nice finish. 6-0. Gold team struggling so far.
One thing I've noticed is they really haven't utilized the speed of James Patton at all so far.
Yeah, he's been doing a little bit of back picking, but they definitely need James' ability. Sometimes the fastest guy needs to do double duty. He needs to handle the ball, and he has the best opportunity to get the picks as well.
Lobs it inside to Johnson. Fights off the defender, but he can't hit it.
That's a great inside pass. You see how they're using C.J. Johnson down in the block, and you having to use a larger defender. He's got real long arms. He's real strong, big body. He's a great one to have out there.
The black team leads 6-0 here in the opening minutes of the first half. Bronze medal game here from the Spokane Convention Center. Fret's not able to connect.
Tell you what, Joe Woodcamp is such an athlete. He's absolutely a rocket out there. Great touch on the ball. You can see his arms. His arms are thick. This man is strong.
Johnson inside to Patton. Good pass, but he can't hit it. Second attempt, no, goes in.
There we go. Finally able to get going. That's that 1-2 combination like you were talking about. Patton and C.J. Johnson.
One thing I've noticed between the two of them is, in addition to being able to score, they both see the floor so well.
Yeah, both experienced players. Dallas is kind of one of the meccas of wheelchair basketball, and both those guys are products of that area.
Woodcamp, after getting a couple of picks, his shot is off. Rebound to Johnson. Lobs it up ahead, trying to find Patton, but Woodcamp is right there with the steal.
That strategy of kind of a breakaway offense has worked well for Gold this week, but with Whitcamp's speed, he'll be able to neutralize some of that.
Black team leads 6-2. Whitcamp gets a pick, now goes to the free throw line. Here's Norris. No good. About 8 minutes into this one, the black team leads 6-2. This is the bronze medal game. Here's James Patton going up against Whitcamp. Bobs it to the far side. That's Spots going in, launching it up, and he's got it.
Nice shot.
Nice cross-court pass that time, and he also got a good pick from C.J. Johnson. So 6-4 now, the black team leads it. 11-18 remaining here in the first half. Here's Norris out top. Peppers comes out to meet him. Gets it inside to Whitcamp. Passes too wide. There's the outlet pass. Patton wants to start the breakaway. A little bit short that time and not able to get it going. Here's Peppers. Now over to Spots. He's going to the left side. Puts it up. No. So a bit of a delayed fast break from the Gold team. They very nearly took advantage of it. So the black team takes the ball down the floor, leading 6-4. Here's Joe Whitcamp. He's got 4 points here in the early going. Second violation called. We're going to go back the other way. Substitution in for the black team. Torgy Bryant comes in. Glenn Fretz will head to the sideline.
Also coming in is number 12, Welton Locklear, which I've gotten to see him shoot a little bit in the past couple days, and he's got a real nice release. If Black can set him up, that may be just the spark they need to extend this lead.
Black team leads 6-4, 10-15 remaining here in the first half. James Patton controlling the ball for the Gold team, turns on the speed. Offensive foul. We're going back the other way. One of the recurring themes that we've seen this week, Paul, is just how tough it is to call that offensive foul. In your experience, what do the officials really need to see to be absolutely certain that that was an offensive foul?
You know, sometimes it's a trick, you know, because it's working against the official. The call may be real close, but the main thing is whether or not that defensive player is stopped. In wheelchair basketball, your wheelchair is considered part of your body. So it's definitely not bumper cars out there. You have to have control over what you're doing, even with the ball. And so a defensive player does need to come to a complete stop, same as able-bodied.
Whitcamp banks it home from the left side. First time we've seen him hit one of those long shots here today. He has 6 points. The black team leads 8-4. So Patton and the Gold team trying to respond. Johnson to the baseline, hands it back off to Patton. Whitcamp right in his face. He lobs inside to Johnson. He wasn't ready for it. Off of his head. Loose ball picked up by Locklear.
Who had a break opportunity there. Still do.
Here comes Whitcamp. The black team has numbers 3-on-2.
Nice pick by Norris.
Dishes over to Locklear. Momentum's carrying him out of bounds. He launches it up but can't hit it. But it's last touched by Johnson out of bounds, so the black team gets it back. Josue Lopez-Torres back in for the black team as Brent Norris heads back to the bench. So they couldn't connect on the fast break, but the black team gets it back off of the turnover. Whitcamp gets a pick, now spins back around to the elbow. There is another 3-second call, I believe, and yes it is. We're going back the other way. So Spots will inbound with the gold team trailing by 4. The score is 8-4 with 9 minutes remaining in the first half. There's the steal by Woodcamp on the inbounds pass. Going to the basket, flips it up, doesn't drop.
Nice speed, a great steal in the transition.
Woodcamp has been all over the place in this one. Here's Patton. He wants to take it himself. Going to the hoop, no. But he's fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line.
That's exactly what he needs to do. Look for opportunities where it's a transition and there's not all 5 guys back. You see both defenses are setting up kind of like a zone, and Black trying to neutralize James Patton's speed and Gold trying to neutralize Joe Whitcamp's speed. If they can have opportunities to break in the transition, they'll find creases just like that what James did.
First free throw attempt from James Patton is good. He was perfect from the free throw line in last night's game.
Nothing like a few free throws to get that touch starting.
And Patton connects on both.
Very nice.
James Patton, Navy veteran from Arlington, Texas. He has 4 points in this one, makes it a 2-point game, 8-6. The black team leads it. Woodcamp, good pass inside to Locklear. Got it, and the foul.
Great finish. Right through the middle of the lane, chair contact.
Got knocked over in the
Great
process.
shot.
A lot of contact there.
If you're watching wheelchair basketball for the first time, not uncommon for the chairs to get flipped over. Really not a big deal. That happened to be on a foul call, so the play was dead. But if you happen to flip your chair behind the play won't stop for you. Only will they stop if the player is considered in danger. So great shot there by Locklear.
So Locklear to the free throw line, trying to complete the 3-point play, and he does.
Nice touch.
Black team back on top. It's now a 5-point game, 11-6. Wayne Miller in for the gold team. Patton inside to Miller. Got it in a good spot. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. So now things are starting to slow down a little bit. We've seen free throws on each of the past 3 possessions. Wayne Miller, underhanded free throw. That one is off.
Not your textbook form, but sometimes whatever works from that distance.
So he'll try again here. The gold team trails 11-6. His second attempt, more on target that time, but it rattles off. So the black team bringing it back the other way, leading 11-6. Here's Woodcamp again, directing traffic. Looking inside that time. Locklear hands it back off to Woodcamp. 8 on the shot clock. 3-pointer up, and he's got it.
Great shot and a great momentum builder as they extend their lead to 8 points.
Caught everybody off guard that time.
He's got that range. Got Johnson in the post, and quickly they switch to a taller defender, knowing that he has the ability to hit that.
He sent it inside to Miller. Clear path to the basket. Can't get it to go. Johnson is there with the rebound. He puts it in.
Nice shot. Great finish. Great effort by Johnson.
So they double-teamed Johnson there on the post, and as Miller came over, they had to have a help defender send over to try to pick him up. That allowed Johnson to get in position to get the offensive board.
Smart offensive player will watch the heads of the defense and look for their opportunity. Especially if you're not one of the quickest guys out there, you watch for your opportunity when the heads turn and they watch the ball.
A lot of hands reaching in there for the ball. Woodcamp having some trouble with it. Foul going to be whistled. Will probably be on Wayne Miller, although Daniel Spots was also in the area. Let's see who they call it on. They're going to call it on Miller. So the black team leads 14-8. Woodcamp has 9 of the black team's 14 points. He's been doing it all out there.
Shooting great from the outside. He's used the glass, gone to the basket, hit a 3, also distributing everything as well. He's the heart and soul of that team, and he's got the ability to do it.
So the black team will inbound with 6:59 remaining on the clock here. They lob it inside, high up over his head. Nobody can reach it. Back to Locklear. Puts it up off the rim. C.J. Johnson with the board. Loose ball to the floor that time. There's Patton to pick it up. Patton trying to turn things on and get down the floor. Spots. Picked up by Whitcamp. Back inside to Patton. His underhanded scoop shot doesn't go. Things are starting to get very tough out there. Ball goes back to the black team after going out of bounds. So again, another situation where James Patton wanted to turn on that speed, but the black team has been recovering very well.
Yeah, between Whitcamp short on the mark there, but between Locklear and Whitcamp, they have enough speed to kind of neutralize. And here comes a good sub at this juncture with 6 minutes left in the first half. It's really kind of crunch time here for the next few minutes to see whether or not Black is going to go in with this will be the difference between a 10-point lead and a 4-point lead. So we'll see which way the momentum swings over the next few minutes here.
Black team leads 14-8. Raul Acosta and Brent Norris back into the game for the black team. So here's Patton going baseline, teetering up on one wheel for a moment. Now he regains control. Patton launches it up. No good.
Oh. Opportunity for a break.
Here's the long outlet pass. Patton and Whitcamp in a race for the loose ball. Patton gets it.
Comes up with a great speed, great pushing.
Foul going to be whistled on Whitcamp.
That is really terrific speed out of James Patton. He's a Class 1, and he was able to out-push, out-muscle Whitcamp. You can see the size of the arms on Whitcamp. He's a power player. Great hustle by Patton. Struggling so far in his shooting. He just needs a few to go down to get that confidence up. But they're definitely going to need his gun to get them back.
Johnson throwing into the corner. There's Patton with it. On the baseline, looking inside, trying to find an open man. Thought about taking it himself, now gives it up to Johnson. Johnson will take it. Doesn't drop. Rebound inside, pass back to Patton. He can't get it to go. And Acosta with the board. Long outlet pass. Here's Norris going for it.
Pass.
Johnson's on his tail, but Norris got it.
Great scoop great scoop finish in transition. Brent Norris, valuable experienced player to have out there.
First 2 points of the game for Norris, and the black team now has an 8-point lead, 16-8. Patton has nowhere to go, has to give it up to Johnson. Takes his time, fires it up, good.
Great shot. CJ doesn't let anything stop him. He's got great strength in his arms, and he'll hit that every time they give it to him.
4 points now for Charles Johnson. The gold team trails 16-10. Acosta back over to Whitcamp. Tries to go inside to Fretz, but that ball is poked away.
Nifty pass. The gold defense was ready for it.
Here comes Patton trying to get a move in transition. Whitcamp, good defense that time. So the gold team slowing things down. They haven't had a whole lot of success in the half-court set. They flip it over to Patton. Acosta right in his face.
Shot clock got to be getting low.
1 on the shot clock. Spots can't get it up. Out of bounds. Excuse me, the shot clock violation. Black team will get it back, trailing 16-10. It's one of those situations the PA announcer here actually didn't announce what the shot clock was until it was all the way down to 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm sure The gold coach is going to be giving them a hard time on that one.
Acosta up with it. He can't get it to drop. That one hung on the rim for about 10 seconds before it finally came off. That one out of bounds, back to the gold team.
Would have been a big possession to score there. Now with 3:15 left, let's see if gold can cut it, as we were talking about.
On the floor for the gold team, Spots, Johnson, Patton, Walter Evans, and Ivy Early. For the black team, Fretz, Acosta, Locklear, Whitcamp, and Norris. 3-point try by Patton off the rim. Rebound picked up on the floor by Locklear. So now we're under 3 minutes. The black team leads 16-10.
3-on-2, 4-on-2 opportunity here.
Flips it over to Whitcamp, puts it up, off the glass, no good. Rebound inside to Fretz, takes his time and puts it in. 18-10 is our score now. The black team has led the entire ball game so far. Johnson inside to Spots. He's in the key. Lobs it up with one hand off the rim.
That was a nice adjustment to keep it away from Acosta.
Acosta was right in his face that time. 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining here in the first half of the bronze medal game. Norris can't get it, but Acosta is right there with the offensive rebound. Doesn't go on the first attempt. Second attempt, also long. Fretz can't get it. And out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson, they say. So the black team, another opportunity.
Black really brings a balanced attack. You see they got two big guys on the floor right now. They have three guards that can shoot pretty well. It's really kind of a nice lineup here for Black. Good opportunity.
Josue Lopez Torres in for the black team. Patrick Peterson in for the gold team. Norris hands off to Whitcamp. Taking his time, nobody picks him up, but his shot doesn't go. But Fretz with the offensive board and the putback. That's
two big putbacks for Fretz, and he's made a difference here. As you can see, the lead extended out to 10 points.
So now the gold team trying to mix things up, trying to use that back pick to free up some space on the offensive end, but Acosta gets back in time. Whitcamp right in the face of Johnson. His shot's off the front of the rim.
Well, awfully close. He might have got a piece of his elbow there. Johnson just trying to initiate something, make something happen for his team.
Well, it looks like the gold team's been having so much trouble in the half-court set. What do they need to do differently to try to get the transition game going?
Boy, you know, they've got some good shooters, so if certainly Patton's speed can distract the defense a little bit. Johnson's trying to post up directly. If they can get him a screen going on the offside and at least a little bit of separation for a shot, that may help a bit.
Black team leads 20-10, make it 22-10 on the bank shot.
Tough shot from Whitcamp, and that's going to be hard for them to defend as well. To jump out around that screen, not give it. That's what makes it tricky, is when you have an outside and inside attack. There's your timeout for the gold team. When you have an outside and inside attack, that really allows you to put the defense in a quandary where they're not sure, all right, we're going to jump, we're going to defend the inside, what are we going to do? And so far, the black team firing on all cylinders here.
So the black team leads 22-10. Joe Whitcamp has half of his team's total points. He has 11 so far in this game. The second leading scorer for the black team is Glenn Fretz. He has 4 points on a couple of putbacks. For the gold team, James Patton and Charles Johnson each have 4 points apiece. Daniel Spots, the only other player to score for the gold team, he has 2. So 39 seconds left in the first half. Black team with that 12-point lead. What do you think the gold team is talking about there in the huddle?
Oh boy, just that. How they're gonna how they're going to get the shots they want. So far, Black has been able to force them into some of the stuff that they're not comfortable in taking. And I guess it's a couple half-court sets. You see James Patton over there trying to direct him, trying to be the general, and regroup.